What's up guys, Doomwake here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy Standard video on the channel. Today, we are going to be playing with a card that I had mentioned in my top 20 that I thought was going to be a pretty big player in the Celestia and Gearhulk and non-Gearhulk decks, and one that really has not seen a ton of play, and that is Phoenix Down. So before we continue today's video, if you are enjoying the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're getting pretty close to 20k subs, so every single one of those subscribers helps out and really helps grow the channel. And we're trying to blow this channel up. So click that sub button, like the video, and drop a comment in the comment section down below. With all of that out of the way, let's talk about some Phoenix Down, not Phoenix Up. So this is a card that initially I had missed when I was going over the spoilers because I didn't really pay attention to the commons and uncommons. A fault of mine that I need to actually make sure that I don't do for future sets. But this is an uncommon artifact for a single white mana. You can pay 2 and tap to exile this artifact to either return a creature with mana value 4 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped, or exile a skeleton, spirit, or zombie. Sometimes the removal spell comes up, it kills Screaming Nemesis, it kills Soulstone Sanctuary, Unstoppable Slasher. There's a couple of things, but for the most part, you're playing it for the reanimate aspect. Now, initially, I wanted to pair this with Bright Glass Gearhulk to be able to tutor it, maybe in sort of a Collector's Cage shell. And I was building this deck live on stream, and I put the Phoenix Downs in the deck, and I put the Gearhulks in the deck, and I was going through and trying to find some 4-mana creatures, because ideally that's where you get the most value out of this, right? If you're reanimating a 4-drop, because, you know, anything less, it's the way that you exchange the best in terms of a mana exchange, right? So I was looking through the 4-drops, and I came across a card that I had spent a lot of time with previously, and that is Kona Rescue Beastie. Now, Kona is a creature that says, at 4 mana 4/3, at the beginning of your second main phase, if Kona is tapped, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. So, very powerful effect because it can let you cheat just 9 and 10 mana permanents into play. The problem is you have to find a way to tap it, right? Because normally if you go inside of combat, they can just trade for it or kill it or whatever, what have you. Well, the important thing, so first and foremost, we have the Lumbering Worldwagons to help crew it. So if you go Worldwagon into Kona, you can use the Kona to crew the wagon, and then post-combat, your Kona will be tapped. But if we go back to Phoenix Down for a moment, it says, return target creature card with mana value 4 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So the Phoenix Down actually puts the Kona into play tapped, which means it's already tapped to trigger survival in your second main phase. And that's when the light bulb hit. So essentially this deck list is using that engine, you're pairing that with a bunch of self-mill. So Cash Grab and Dredger's Insight. Now it's kind of strange because Kona doesn't pay you off for self-milling, but you kind of want the Kona in the graveyard because you can actually set up a draw where you go turn 1 Phoenix Down, turn 2 play one of your mill spells, and then turn 3, you can just use the Phoenix Down if you milled over a Kona, and then you just have the Kona in play tapped on turn 3. But I figured, well, if we want to play these big permanents to put into play with Kona anyways, and we want to play the self-mill stuff to find the Kona, put the Kona in the graveyard, then it kind of just makes sense to play Yuna, because the self-mill stuff can put the Kona in the graveyard, or it can also put the big summons in the graveyard and then pick up the Yuna off of the self-mill, and it kind of like sort of gives you a good supplementary engine that just plays nicely into the primary engine of the deck as well. So it's all kind of, it all kind of flows and works nicely together. I know it looks a little weird at first, but once you see the games play out, you'll see where I'm coming from. We have Seed of Hope as a way to just, again, mill over, find Yuna, the Seed of Hope can also find Phoenix Down as well as these can as well. So that's kind of cool. I'm including a couple of Bezas because I wanted some other 4-drop to like that has value to get back with Phoenix Down, and I thought Beza was probably the best one. It's also possible, I've tried a couple of different versions of this that cut Seed of Hope for Llanowar Elves. Not sure if that's better or worse, but something to consider as well. There's one Overlord over here in this deck instead of the 4th wagon, just to have an extra thing to do with Yuna. And then a couple of Porticos in the mana base to help mill over Konas or big enchantments if you already have the Yuna. And then the sideboard, a bunch of Haywire Mites. I wanted to play Haywire Mite specifically because it is the cheapest way to do it, and also notably can be rebought with Phoenix Down. So that's interesting there. Vacuum for Omniscience, High Noon for Prowess, Heritage for Omni, split up for creature decks, and that's pretty much it. The one other thing that I want to mention about the Phoenix Down plus Kona thing, even if you, so let's say you have a Kona in play, right? And your opponent has some number of blockers. They can easily kill the Kona in combat. Worth noting that Phoenix Down is not sorcery speed. So if you attack with the Kona and your opponent kills it in combat, you can then, at end of combat, still before second main phase, use the Phoenix Down to return the Kona that just died in combat to the graveyard tapped, and it will be tapped before your second main phase. If you're doing this on Arena, make sure you put full control on, because I did that a couple of times, and you gotta have full control on to do that. But just something to keep in mind. But yeah, I really think that maybe this is not necessarily the final form of this deck, but the interaction between Phoenix Down and Kona Rescue Beastie feels like it has a lot of potential. So I'm very excited for you guys to see the games in today's video. And with all that, I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Sweepers are kind of nice with the white summon, because that one's indestructible. It's a weird hand, but I'm gonna try it. Okay. Finally play against Nightmare, but we have nothing good to discard. Stop! I don't need Yuna. This isn't even a good Yuna hand. I mean, I guess it could be. Bruh, can you cut that out over there? Can you stop? Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about this deck, is that Phoenix Down can't rebuy Yuna. I think it's this. And just hope that we can draw a land or a Kona. Hold. We don't even have anything good to get back with Yuna anyways. Get this, I guess. Sheoldred. The Apocalypse. Touche. Touche. Shelly too strong. Shelly gotta go. Are you gonna be sad when Shelly rotates? Or are you guys gonna be happy? I feel like I'm gonna be... I don't know. I guess I would say indifferent. I'm not as much of a Shelly hater as a lot of people are. And I feel like she hasn't really been doing that much in Standard over the past 6 months or whatever, you know? Yeah, like, I feel like I won't even notice. But I remember there was a period of time where people were, like, very adamant that Shieldred needed to get banned. Can we go back to those days? Because I feel like I'd rather play games against those decks than games against Corey Steelcutter, I think? The whole Phyrexian block set feels pre-rotated. Yeah, like people just aren't even playing those cards anymore, you know? Yo, chill. Didn't keep that. It's good. They definitely do not have... Oh, I'm just dead to the Kieran, huh? I am just dead to the Kieran. Is there a way I'm not dead to the Kieran? Seed of Hope, find a land, go to 4, play Yuna, hope they miss on 2 maps. I mean, that's tough sell. Oh, I'm dead to this, right? No matter what I do. Yeah. Milikona. Milikona is also not good enough because the only enchantment we have is the Overlord. Maybe if we had like a Bahamut, like Milikona, go to 4, reanimate Kona, put in Yuna, get Bahamut back, kill this. Then this doesn't kill us because we're at 4, but... Black, white. Black, white. I don't know if any of this stuff is even good against black, white. I kind of want to just run it back. I'd rather play against both Shelly and Corey Stillcutter if it means both will be playlists overall. Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's so weird that Standard is... Like, right now, the Standard card pool is as big as it's ever going to be, essentially. And even with that, the metagame is still like almost 40% one deck. Which you would think in theory that larger metagame or larger card pool means more diversity, but that's just not how it's been playing out, you know? It's very strange. Which form is like that though? I mean, honestly, I feel like Modern's kind of like that right now. Like there is a lot of Boros, but it's not, you know, in the 30 to 35% range. Like if you go look at Goldfish, I think there's the representation for Boros in the metagame is like 15 to 16% tops. A rest in peace, huh? Should probably kill that. Yeah, that's the other issue too, is like what is rotating in the Prowess deck? Nothing. The Prowess deck is not losing a single card post-rotation. I mean, they're losing Swift Spear, but most of the good Prowess decks now don't even play Swift Spear. Yeah, I mean, if you go look at every single Prowess deck from the past like weekend of results ever since Final Fantasy came in, I think there was like maybe 1 or 2 decks that played Swift Spear, if even that. There just wasn't a lot of it. Should put my land first. -1. Yeah, we lose Lockdown too. -1. Dude, I think I'm sacking Yuna. If they play this breaker. I guess I could sack the Worldwagon, huh? Okay, I guess Wagon's a better sack, huh? Yeah. This gives me the best of both worlds. Well, I do need to find a thing. I do need to find something. I've seen all formats as they get larger, the playable cards get smaller. Modern is basically 3 sets plus some old stuff. They're newly printed cards from 2012, 2018 played in Modern. Yeah, but I mean, a lot of that is the supplemental products, right? Like, how much of the newer stuff do you think would see play in Modern if it weren't for, like, the Horizon sets? Maybe still not that much, right? But you gotta realize, a good portion of that is the Horizon stuff, you know what I mean? Dude, just give me a mill spell, please. Just give me something. Give me a cash grab, an insight, a seed of hope. Anything. Well, fire magic, I don't even think is that good against prowess. Like, I'm not super excited about fire magic against prowess. Imagine you went back 10 years and told the average aggro player that Swift Spear wasn't only standard legal, but the worst card in the deck. Yeah, I know, right? Like, it's crazy to think about that. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Oh. Okay, check me out. What if I put Bahamut in hand? And that forces them... Yeah. Because now they have no good way out, right? The Rot Priest deck? You mean like just like the Bant Infect deck? I don't think so. A good new mass combat trick. I can't think of any. Oh wait, that does it. Shit, wait, that does it. No, come on. Come on. Okay. Oh, not like this. Why is Bahamut expensive? It's a big, splashy mythic rare. Look, 9 mana cards. If you talk to the average commander player, 9 mana cards, like, it gets the juices flowing in a very different way, you know? It's also a dragon, yeah. Sincerely, which one do I do? Opponent, I'm not slow rolling you. I mean, they know I have the Bahamut, so. Kill the Preacher. Doesn't this just put more stuff into play? Like, how do they answer 3 knights and the summon? You know what I mean? I feel like this is just better. I can also make it a 4/4 so they can't know where to run it. Yeah, see? Look at that. Look at that. 5 head. Yeah, I feel like Edict plus Duress, maybe? I mean, as a 3/3, it's not very good against Nowhere to Run. Thankfully, we made it a 4/4, but under normal circumstances, it wouldn't be great against Nowhere to Run. They do have +4 in play, so they're not dead. But I mean, I don't know how they're beating this. Cache Grab. I'm just going to go to combat first. The safest play is kill the flyer, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, so they go to 3, then back up to 7 with this. Why do I pronounce it like that? Just the troll. I know it's not pronounced like that, but I know it's cash grab, but I'm mostly just trolling. Knights of the Round, Crater Hoof, Behemoth, Smuggler, Surprise. Now you're talking my language. Is Beza even good against them? It's kind of mid. Just play Get Lost instead. I don't know. Like, none of these cards seem very good against them. The disenchants aren't great, I think. Yeah, Cashew Grab. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Opponent goes turn 1 Nightmare. We discard Kona, play Phoenix down, and then turn 2 we go second land, Phoenix down, back Kona. I mean, I'm in, right? Fuck it, let's do it. They're definitely 100% not going to cast Duress. Fuck! Can't even cast Phoenix down. Brushland says otherwise. Rip. Rip! Hmm. This is going swimmingly. It's okay, I'll just hardcast the Bahamuts. You have 5 mana next turn. Okay, they go Nightmare, and discard Bahamut, draw Yuna. That does it. Look, I'm trying over here, okay? I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay, hold on. Hold. Question is, do we discard Bahamut or Kona? Discarding Kona turns on Phoenix down. Darkest Mage, thank you for the big raid. Appreciate that. Hope you had a good stream, Darkest Mage. We're already down a Phoenix down, so yeah, just do this. Yuna! Or not. Go, I guess. Yeah, go. Yeah, I'll give Darkest Mage a shout out. What is it? /SO? No. Exclamation point SO. There you go. Thanks again for the raid, Darkest Mage. Appreciate you. We're playing some standard. We found an interaction that's pretty interesting. Phoenix Down returns a creature to the battlefield tapped, so it works very well with Kona Rescue Beastie. That's kind of the interaction that we're trying to build around here. Yeah, Smuggler Surprise would be pretty good, and maybe Surprise is a nice additional way to like get the summons out of hand besides just Kona, because Kona is pretty fragile. Okay. Yuna would still be a very good draw here. Okay. We have to kill Liliana, right? Mid 15. Yeah, I think it's just easy kill Liliana. Whatever. Why surprise when you can encounter? We should do like a sub goal for random encounter. That would be some good content. What is it? Shuffle, then look at the top 4? So it's what? Shuffle, mill 4, then put everything from, like, put all permanents indirectly into play. I mean, if you just fill your deck with bangers, then you can't miss, right? We got 2 maps here. We can find an enchantment to get back with Yuna. Or we can find a mill spell. I do kind of wish this deck had some discard outlets. Old. I mean, we got to keep that, right? Surely that's a keep. Yep. And then I think just gonna make Yuna a 5/7 because they can triple block right now. But if I make it a 5/7, they can't triple block. Hit for 5, play Kona. Lean and Arbiter, that work? No, because it says players can't search libraries. There's not a card that prevents players from shuffling libraries, right? That'd be kind of weird. A Fabled Passage. Lantern control players hate this one trick. Yeah, libraries can't be shuffled. Wait, no, isn't that good for Lantern? Because, like, the Lantern lock means you don't want your opponent to shuffle their library with fetch lands. Because, like, fetches can brick the top card when they have the Lantern, like, lock assembled. So anti-fetches would, I think, be good for Lantern, right? It's an aggressive attack. I guess they don't know that I have to get lost. They're thinking about it. Get that flanker in there. Yeah. Oh, the Sanctuary has Vigilance anyways. Yeah, it's fine. I simply just need to not miss off of the cash grab. Again. Surely this one hits, right? All right. Take Jeffrey Beza. And then yeah, but that doesn't work if they just block with everything. But if I send both, they have to respect the Kona. So they can't, like, basically they can't like block everything on Yuna and then also kill the Kona. So they're, like, kind of in a tough spot where they have to put, in order for the Kona to actually die, they have to put at least 3 creatures on it, which means they're not killing Yuna, and that's big. But I mean, this is face up, right? So they know they have to remove the Kona. Sun Pearl Kirin. Sure. It's gonna bounce Loran. Do I care? I don't think I care because the Knights of the Round has indestructible anyways. Yeah, I don't think I care about this. I mean, they're still going to kill the Kona, assuming they block with everything, which they should. Oh. Okay. Well, now the game is actually over. Good God. Somebody call an ambulance. Definitely not for me, though. So we get both summons this turn? Okay. Okay, I'll take 2 summons. Yeah. Yeah, they know. They know. They know. I believe. Okay, Kona's huge. Because we have the wagon too. Oh, I agree. Trust me. I'm not telling you it was a bad block. I understand it was a fine block. They can't play around the get lost because they just can't beat it. I thought their block was fine. Given the information that was on the table, that was their best block. I think we're kind of cooked this game. We're like very, very cooked. Yeah. I'm at 9 before I played my 3rd land. And I can't produce a blocker this turn. This is good. This is going well. I mean, really anyone's game. Is that lethal? Yeah, sure is. That's good. Like, I don't even know what to say. I just there is nothing to say, you know? You just gotta take your licks when that happens, I guess. Get good. Yep, Bloomburrow. Yeah. And they just cast 4 Bloomburrow cards. It's all they needed. They didn't need anything else. I don't love Get Lost against Mono Red, but I kind of feel like we have to play it. Like, giving them maps is so bad, though. No, I'll do something like this. I mean, this is the problem with Standard, right? Is the removal just fucking sucks. God. If we can mill a Kona, this hand is cracked. I'm gonna keep it. Tie upside. Removal is good. I wouldn't even say that. I think the removal is dog water. It's like some of the worst split of removal we've ever had. It's really bad. And I mean, I think part of it is basically all of the removal spells get countered by Monstrous Rage. Cut down, torch the tower, nowhere to run, abrade, lightning strike. Every single one of these cards just simply gets countered by Monstrous Rage. And it's like I understand Monstrous Rage is the best card in the red deck. You know, you don't need to make it better. You know what I mean? All right, turn 3 Bahamut. Sure, this one, I guess. I don't know. This is the first time we've done turn 3 Kona. This feels pretty fucking powerful. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. See, that's the ceiling on this deck. This deck can have completely absurd draws like that. There's got to be a really good way to build this deck. Just specifically, like, I urge you to like try it out yourself. But the interaction between Phoenix Down and Kona Rescue Beastie is absurd. And maybe there's a better way to build it than this, but like those two cards, like I think that is the best Phoenix Down target for sure. And I think pairing it with Yuna makes sense. Because Yuna kind of like wants to play the self-mill too. You want to play self-mill to mill over Kona, etc., etc. Like, sort of synergizes with the rest of the deck. Am I dead? Well, I mean, if I'm not dead, let me tell you. I guess I'll just put a Kona in my hand for a +1. We don't even have anything really good to get back with Phoenix Down. This might just be a split up turn. 3, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm dead to double rage. Well, I can Phoenix down my... I sure can Phoenix down my Kona. I have every single color achievement except for one. Exactly one achievement that's the only one I have left. It is blue. It is blue, I'll tell you that. I don't think I saw that, said Matrix. Counter a single spell. No, the one I have left is win a game by only casting spells in your opponent's turn. Which, if you've ever watched the stream before, you know is never going to happen. 0% I ever do that. Just not possible. Not remotely possible. It's good. Just take second Phoenix down. So I can get the wagon back again. Or get the Kona back again. You did it with Phoenix. Yeah, it's probably easy in Pioneer with Phoenix. Ah, Virtue of Persistence. See, I don't really want to run the second Kona out there until I find something better to do. So I think I'm just going to pass. We'll take things slow. How about that? Maybe it's fine, though, because I have... Yeah, because I have 2 more Konas anyways. Yeah, I probably should have just done it. Yeah. I just missed out on 6 damage there, for sure. Well, now we can do this. Okay. So, I think I saved the Phoenix, right? Just do this. Do this. Get this. They're at 14. Imagine if they were at 9. Can I get some summons, please? May I please have 1 summon? Por favor. Yeah. Maybe I'll try it off stream one day. I don't think there's any deck in Standard that I'm going to be able to do it with. Even the Azorius control decks have so much they want to play on their own turn. Bro, what the hell? Alright. I mean, they would have been dead this turn if I didn't miss that 4 damage. And by 4, I mean 5. Yeah. Free land, by the way. Go. What is happening right now? What is happening? The initial version of this deck that we played, Flame Knight, did have the Gearhulk in it, but I decided that I wanted to cut it. The issue with Gearhulk is it takes up a lot of deck space, and once I decided that I want to cut the elves, the Gearhulks just didn't make sense anymore. But I think mostly it's just the deck space, you know? Dude, this sucks. Where are my summons? I got 5 of them. Am I supposed to take Wagon here? No, there's no way. Stinks. These aren't even spirits, so I can't even kill a token with a Phoenix down. Attack with Kona. They do have to block the Kona, right? And I guess I'd rather have them trade for the Kona because we have backup Kona. Okay, never mind. Maybe it was too obvious. Yeah, Fenrir would have been good this game. Yeah, they're at 3. Yuna does have trample. That's big. Yep. They do get the Overlord here, which kind of sucks, though. What do I have in the grave? I guess we just get back Kona end step. In case I draw a summon. I mean, I guess if I drew summon, I could just put it into play with Kona, but... Sheesh. Yeah, this Virtue's gonna kill us. I think we're cooked. I think we are just cooked. It's my last basic. That's good. I'll put this one into play. How about that? Land secured. This is actually embarrassing. I've gone through 34 cards in my deck and I've not found a summon yet. I mean, they also have nothing for their Yuna, but what is happening this game? This is just not a real game. Okay, hold. Hold. Surely this time, right? Okay. So... Oh, but the issue is I got rid of my vehicle. So now I can't tap the Kona. 1, 2, 3, 6. Oh, I can just hardcast the summon. That's fine. So we summon... What do we kill? We have to kill the Yuna, right? I don't even know. Is that right? So we kill the Yuna this turn. Next turn, probably have to kill this Overlord. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to kill the Yuna, hit for 7. And then end step, we get back the Overlord. +3. Decline. How many times have I declined to use my my Kona? At least 5, right? I think they're probably just cooked by the summon. Because this also has trample, so... Yeah, that ain't good enough. Mill 5, by the way. They can get back the binding. Oh, no, they don't have the Yuna anymore. Right, okay. So this thing has reach, so I'll kill that. Aha! I figured it out. I feel like that game took a lot longer than it needed to, though. Like, what the hell happened there? They bricked for so long. Anyways. So they're like Abzan, Summon Titan, Yuna. They have Day of Judgment. Okay, noted. Day of Judgment. Dude, Season goes really hard here. Season just kind of solos them. You want the vacuums too? The hell don't I want? I want all these cards. Beza, probably bad. Dude, I don't want to cut any of these. I want every single card that's in my deck. We gotta cut 5, though. I don't know how we're doing that. Definitely not any of the big stuff. Yeah, we can cut Seed of Hope, because we are bringing in a lot of spells for Seed of Hope. Shave, like, 1 insight, maybe. Yeah, maybe 4 Get Lost is too much. I don't know, though. You do have a lot of disenchants. Let's just got 2 Dredgers. Let's try this. Okay, hear me out. We're on the draw. Discard to hand size. But what if? But what if I did that? Would you get mad at me? I'm thinking about it. I won't do it. Alright, I won't do it. Good thing I played that Phoenix down. Excellent. That is just what the doctor ordered. -1 card. Okay. You know, the first one was good. The second one, not quite as good. That's huge. Oh, I know. We did that earlier. True. True. I don't think I attack here. True. Summon Bahamut. Bolt Snap Bolt, thank you for the 34-month resub. Welcome back, Bolt Snap Bolt. Appreciate the resub. Ah! Ah! Why is our deck only playing Summon Bahamut? You know, I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind drawing the Knights of the Round. I would accept it. Did I see your sub message? I literally, yeah, I just replied to it. They never, ever expect the second Bahamut. Okay. Seems like they're doing something very similar to us, but they don't have Kona. They don't have the true power of the Kona. Yuna. Okay. I mean, that's a little sketchy. A little sketchy. Yep. 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 Okay, less sketchy. They're at 13? I mean, they're definitely not dead. What do I kill here? I have nothing in the grave. It's gotta be Mistmores, right? They have a Tranquilo. I mean, even if they Tranquilo the summon, I could just get it back with Yuna next turn. You want to kill Yuna? I guess just kill Yuna, let them make more tokens is probably fine. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it may not matter. Let's be honest, it may not matter. Oh, I should have played the Yuna first. I'm stupid. I just missed out on +9. Oh, also, yeah, it doesn't deal them trample damage. That was so bad. Okay. Alright, go. Should have done that pre-combat, but, you know, it's fine. I don't need the 8 damage. Come on. They do have a Tranquilo. I guess they can pop Bahamut and then exile my graveyard. True. Oh, wait, no, because they got auto-tapped. Did they have another green source? Yeah, they had 3, right? I think they just got auto-tapped. Okay. Look, I know none of it matters, but I was still like, I was just thinking. I was thinking. We're pogging in a major way. I don't see a lot of pogs in chat though. How can you prove to me that you are pogging in a major way if you don't actually put the word pog in chat? Anal. All right, opponent has decided to cast Anal. Yeah, that's fine. When it's over. Abzan. Get a kill spell for Kona. Expect to hear from my lawyer. Look, there is a warning label that says the show is not for kids, okay? Can't be saying that to me. Just fucking jam. Any jammers? I'm down to jam. I don't think this is likely to work, but you know. Oh, okay. Well. What if we jammed and it did just work? Because there is also that, you know, like this could just happen. Okay. Anyways, we don't even know what they're doing. They cast and analyzed the pollen and played 4 lands. I assume Beza's bad, and I assume this card's good. Sure. Send it. Kind of wish this was, like, in the graveyard, but, you know. I keep it. Oh, so they're just domain. Okay. Domain with the sketchy-ass land draw. Phoenix down. Everybody talks about Phoenix down, but nobody ever asks about Phoenix up. Yo, chill. No, don't play that land. I'm gonna pass. I don't think it matters which one I play first, but you prefer Phoenix mid. What's Phoenix up? Phoenix up these nuts. Almost combo. Almost combo. This is bad if I draw Yuna. Didn't draw Yuna. Oh. I kind of don't want either of these, so I'm going to take this. It's like the worst land, but I want these two in the graveyard for the Phoenix down and for Yuna, so. Do I use a green screen? No. I mean, I have a green screen, I just don't use it that often. And by that often, I mean, I don't really use it ever. Exodia! Obliterate! I should have done this first. -1. Sure. You insist. If you insist. The room you're in is really just full black walls with the neon sign. They're blue walls, okay. I just don't have great lighting. Awaken the Honor Dead. It's good. I assume that's a good draw. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's probably a good draw. Dude, this deck is nice. I'm telling you, man. I'm not saying this is the best way to build it, but there has to be a good way to build a deck with Phoenix down and Kona. Like that synergy and that interaction is so messed up. Yeah, we are playing Worldwagon just because sometimes you don't always have the Phoenix down. But you know, you don't have to play the wagons. You could just not play the wagons. Seed of Hope never misses, right? All right, I'm doing it. I'm already on 6. I'm also on the draw. Ooh. Okay. Well, maybe the Seed of Hope doesn't even have to miss. Fenrir is a solid target for Phoenix when there's no Kona. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll give the Fenrirs a try. I'll think about it. So what? Maybe we just cut Wagon for Fenrir? Is that good, by the way? Seems pretty good. Okay. Oh, like cut Seed of Hope. I mean, I could see cutting the wagons. You don't need them. You can also just attack with your Konas, you know? It's not super necessary. Turn 3, by the way. This deck is so silly, man. Jesus. Yeah, we could cut Beza for Fenrir, too. I like the Seed of Hopes. I do like the Seed of Hopes. Where's your head at? Where's your head at? It's thinking binding the Kona, I guess. It seems like they do not have binding. So, yeah, I don't know. Tag you. I'm just gonna do this because this plays around Dave Judgment better. Does this matter? I honestly, I sincerely don't know what matters at this point. No respect for Sunfall. Who plays Sunfall? Why would you play Sunfall over Ultima? Like, you just would never do that, you know? No, they played Day of Judgment and Ultima. Because Ultima is better against Cutter. Maybe we just do, like, 4 Knights of Round 1 Bahamut. We should do at least 3 Knights of Round 2 Bahamut for sure. I should swap these numbers around for sure. Bahamut's good, it's just, you know, this is way better on the third. Like, if you're doing the fast, like, Kona draw, this is way better to have early. Because it puts so much more pressure on them. And it's a lot harder to answer. Yeah, it's more castable, too. Got 7. What did we do last time? Got the seeds. We did, like, 2 insights, I think. Let's try that. Like, when is the last time you saw a card that just says, destroy target land? They just don't print cards like that anymore, you know? It's just not something that they want to have as an experience for new players. Personally, light them up, you know? I'm in for it. Blow up all the lands you want. I don't give a shit. I'm here for it. But they tend to shy away from that. When we have a dragon that does that, yeah, but they search for a basic. And it's not just destroy a land. They get to replace the land. I'm saying just a stone rain, you know? Like, blow up a land, don't give them a replacement. They don't do that anymore. I got more mana than they do. I don't have any playable spells, but I got mana. Yeah, dude, these wagons are kind of sus. Is there another 3-mana vehicle that we could play that taps the Kona? That can, like, that's not crew 4 specifically because of Yuna? Like, I guess we could play... What about the hover ship? Is that one good? Hover ship could be okay. I kind of just don't want to put the Yuna into play. Because they probably have Wrath. I'm going to decline. The Regalia? Well, I said 3 mana, because you need to be able to curve it into Kona. I'm not trying to play a 4-mana vehicle with my 4-mana Kona. I want to play a vehicle on 3, a Kona on 4, and then crew it immediately. You can't, like, you're playing behind a turn with the Regalia. I sent you a message on Discord, it can wait. It's a good thing it can wait, because I'm not going to respond to it until after stream. Get lost Kona? Why? Oh, for Phoenix Down? Yeah, I guess you're right. Oh, I also just want the maps, right? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can map on Yuna. Potentially stream related. All right, I'll read it. Oh, yeah, no, that same person posted a message in the Discord. And I just, like, I deleted the message and banned them because I thought it was a spammer. I mean, why won't they just message me directly? Why would they reach out to somebody else? Like, it clearly has to be scam, right? Because if it wasn't a scam, they would just message me and not other people. Right? Like, why? I don't understand why they would do that. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? So it is. I think it's very obviously a scam. How do we do this? Not sure I can do it. I mean, I can get back Yuna, but I have nothing to get back with Yuna, plus they have this anyways. I guess just pass? Yeah, we can kill the vacuum. I mean, I could set up for a turn where I, like, kill vacuum, rip a mill spell, kill binding, get back Yuna, do all that shit. Okay, well, now I have to kill the binding now. So... this is the only thing that can kill vacuum. So remember, save the reclamation for vacuum. So let's do this. You say 07, I'm going to kill all their enchantments right now. Alright, no targets for Zur. Look at that. Bang, bang, bang. Pew, 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 pew! They definitely don't have another enchantment in their hand. You can do that. They do have a lot of maps. Why do they need so many maps? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should just do this now, right? No, that was bad. I should have saved it. Because I only need to do this if I draw a mill spell. I was thinking if I draw the Knights of the Round, then I only have 8 mana exactly. Oh. At least I can crew the wagon now. There's that, right? Got him! Bang, bang. Would you like to trade? Dope. Go. This pause means they have Ride's End, right? It's got to be Ride's End. Yeah. 8-11 Zur coming in. They have, how do they have 7 maps? I mean, I did cast 4 copies of Get Lost this game. That's how they have 7 maps. Huge Zur coming in. You never seen a Zur this big. I think we went 3 and 3. It was okay. Honestly, this is very weird to say. The worst part about the Rakdos deck, and I didn't think I'd be saying this, but I think the worst part about the Rakdos deck was Sephiroth. The whole Haste Viper thing, that came up a lot and that was good. But the Sephiroths were like weirdly not good. Hello there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hello there. Nice of you to show up to the party. We have to go for Bahamut first, right, to kill the Zur. The Zur is scary as hell. It's gotta be Bahamut first. I mean, it's worse if they have Day of Judgment, but... Coward? Yeah, what if they just draw an Overlord, man? I don't want them to have a Zur in play. Okay. Exodia they ask? Yeah, Bahamut's also an Exodia. I don't know if you know this. That is not good enough. And I have lethal in play. And I have binding covered because I have Haywire Mite. Okay. Like, what is their plan here? What are they doing over here?